Dakota land where the skies are wide and the freedom stands. With a Bible in my hand and a prayer in my heart, living this life where the wild plays its part. Dust on my boots and my hat pulled low, got my trusty rifle and I'm ready to go. Hunting the game as the sun hits the sky in the heart of the 701. I feel so alive. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins in this wild, wild land where the spirit remains. We're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. Ranch in the fields, the cattle run free with a purpose so strong, it's our grand legacy. The rivers run deep as we cast out our lines, fish in the waters where the North Star shines. Got the warmth of the sun with the chill of the night. With every shot fired, we're ready to fight for the freedom we cherish. The second is true. With family beside us, we stand through and through. Guns in the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins in this wild, wild land where the spirit remains. We're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. In a world that's spinning with sins that they wield, we stick to our values. Our fate is revealed with the word as our guide. We tread on the earth, a community built from the love, not the curse. Raising our voices, singing loud through the night, for God and our freedom, we'll continue the fight. Let the rifles ring out, let the spirits align. In North Dakota's embrace, our souls intertwine. So when you hear the gunshots and feel that proud sound, know it's faith and freedom that echoes around. From the fields of the ranch to the depths of the lake, with God on our side, there's nothing at stake. Guns and the 71 forever will stand in the heart of our faith in this great free
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Glad to have you here. Episode 186. We're going to be joined by Alex Blaz here shortly. If he can get connected, that's what we're working on right now. He's what did he tell me here? He is up in District 40, Town Hall in Minot. So he's going to be up there, and then he's going to join us hopefully. Pretty much, I would imagine here shortly. I sent him the link, so we hope to get him on and to give us an update as to how the campaign's going and where he's going to be next. I do highly encourage you to get out there and support Alex. He has, of course, he's right here. You know, the sign's right behind me. I have endorsed him personally. Guns in the 701 Network has as well. And I'm telling you right now, he's your guy. Julie Fedoracek is an empty head establishment person and just collecting a check and depleting oxygen. Let's put someone out there that knows Washington, D.C., knows actual conservatives and can get the job done. So I'm all in on him, and yeah, I'm not afraid to tell anybody that. Also, we got, June 9th, I believe, is the date. That's the primary here in District 31, my district, which is Sioux County, Grant County, of course, part of Morton County. And your conservative ticket is going to be Mary Grainer for the Senate, Karen Rohr, and Dawson Hawley for the House of Representatives. Do not let Jim Schmidt get back in there. All he cares about is one little area, District 31. We threw him out once. We should continue to keep him out and say, no, Don, it's time for him to retire. He's going to be term limited out anyway soon. Let's put some new blood in there. And of course, Karen's been the rep for several years, and she has, if I remember right, when I looked at her conservative record, it scores up to like 98%. That's pretty good. So Dawson's right up there in the 80s. Of course, Mary don't have. And Don Scheibele barely hits over 50 or 60%. When I was in high school, that was an F. So, you failed if you did that on a test. And Jim's not a conservative. I don't know much about the Kevin Remington guy, just that he was a government employee, I guess, or something. I don't know. That's all I needed to really know. So, all right, everybody, let's get started here. And, of course, I start every single show with a prayer. And I don't know if anyone caught it. I could not make it up there to Bismarck this weekend, unfortunately. I'd have loved to went because I know they had a rededication ceremony, just as they did in D.C. For the 250th, rededicating the country to, faith, family, and the good old USA. So let's have a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the much needed moisture across this area that we all needed. I know that we got an ample amount, and it was such a blessing to have, and it should get things really going. We also want you to watch over our men and women who they fight and they stand unequivocally, without question, to defend this country and our God-given rights that you have given to us. Please watch over them, keep them safe, and return them all home from harm's way. I also want to pray for President Trump so that he can make the right decisions. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and it's a lot to put on one person's shoulder. Evidently, he's got broad shoulders. There's a reason you saved him several times from assassins, and we want to thank you for the blessing of having such an individual who can make those decisions and lead us so that it's in your will. Also, Lord, please watch over each and every one of us. Please fill our hearts with your word and with your love so that we can be happy and we can thank you for the blessings you've given to us each and every day. Our basic needs, water, food, shelter, and everything else that you have that blessed us with that goes beyond and above that. In your name we pray. Amen. And I do that every day. I get up every day and thank God for everything he has given me, because it's all his, and without it I would have nothing. So I'm very, very proud to be a Christian, and I'm not afraid to tell anybody. All righty. So with that, of course, the next thing is going to be the Second Amendment, and I'll put it up here for everybody. Well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It sure seems like we're maybe making a little wins. The departure of Pam Bondi from the Department of Justice has just been like a breath of fresh air. I never did like her. And we're starting to see big things happening out of the Department of Justice, just in the changes to ATF rules and regs. I mean, the form is changing. I'm sure Dave sounds like, it sounded like David was going to try to join me here tonight too, but he couldn't make it tonight. Vance is supposed to chime in here a little bit later. But the 4473 form is back to a male or female, from what I understand. And that's how it should be. There's no other option, because there isn't another option. So I'm glad to hear that we're returning to some kind of sanity on that. But there's been an array of different decisions coming out of the Department of Justice through the ATF, and I'm glad to see them. I do hope that they fire some of the entrenched, career-long bureaucrats that have been there through every type of administration. That's what they do. They sit there as little moles and do their thing, collect their checks, hoping to get to their pension, and just cause havoc. If a president comes in that they don't like, they just sit there quietly and kind of try to, be a little a burr under a saddle. If they get one pleasing, then of course they go forth and make all kinds of crazy things, as we saw under the crazy Biden administration. So I'm very happy to see what's happening right now with new leadership at the Department of Justice. And I think that guy, in all honesty, I think he'd make a pretty darn good actual attorney general, not just an acting one. So we will see what will happen here. We really will. All right, I'm going to get some of these chats. Sorry, guys. I got a touch of a cold, so I got to apologize. I might be sniffling a little bit, maybe even coughing somewhat. Hey, Paul, good evening. Up there, Paul Metz, Dennis Payne, good evening. Tom Donaldson, good evening. Clay and Alex. Yeah, Alex is supposed to be joining us, and I was lucky to make it here on time, so I did not get in on the prayer meeting for Alex that we I tried to get in on those when I can, and if anyone wants to get a hold of me, and I can put you in touch with Tom and Lisa. It's a good thing to do weekly, and it's definitely going to help. There's no doubt about that. Hey, Jamie, good to have you there. Good evening, fellas. Good riddance to stage 5 TDS infected Thomas. Oh, did he? Good to hear. I hadn't heard if he'd gotten defeated tonight. That's good news. That's good news. I figured that was going to happen. I've never seen an army come out against a candidate that strong. I mean, you had if there was some kind of alliance for Jewish people, the money that was dropped in there and the organizations that come out against Thomas Massie, unbelievable. And Trump's doing pretty good. I was looking at a few things. The media would like to have you think that MAGA's falling apart and Trump's in shambles. It's not true. His endorsed candidates are doing well. You're not going to win them all, but I'm telling you what, that's making a huge difference right now, the way it looks. So I'm happy to see that Massey's out of there. I haven't liked Massey for a long time, and you're right. He's got stage 5 TDS. And hey, Jamie, we know a few guys that got that, don't we? It's just sickening. Here's what I'll tell you guys. Love or hate Trump. Would you rather had Kamala Harris? And everybody, that ain't even a real choice. You're right. But it was the choices we had, right? We seriously had no other choice. And like I said, love him or hate him, Trump was the choice. He did a good job the first year, I think, or the first term. He got a little bit off track after 2020 with the China virus thing and dealing with that. Excuse me. Endless impeachments, endless court cases. I mean, he had roadblocks put up by his own people. We found the moles. He got rid of them, but he had a huge learning curve that first term. Second term, he'd come in with both guns loaded, locked, and ready to roll. And I mean, he isn't hesitating when he sees I have no doubt. Bondi resigned, but I'm pretty sure it was, you're out. You can either resign or I'm going to fire you. I really do believe that. She was a horrible attorney general in Florida. And actually, if we can't get Alex on, if he can't connect with us, I got a case here that's coming out of Florida. It's going to test one of their very first laws that was passed in 2004, if I remember right, and it has to do with preemption essentially. So it's got a heavy fine for anybody keeping gun registries. If I don't get it tonight, me and Todd will talk about it on Friday. So, yeah. Tom, yep, good evening. Yeah, Alex Blas for Congress. Absolutely, absolutely. Gene, hey, Mr. Mayor over there in Mobridge. Good to have you on tonight. Dan, great to have you on. Brian Warner, good evening, my fellow MVEs. I had a meeting here on late. Hey, Brian, if you're like me, when I retired, I didn't truly get to retire. Now I just get to serve on boards and councils that the retired guys do. And they don't pay well either. So I get to go to a lot of meetings. Jamie said, Massey supporters have the biggest mouths on social media, akin to the leftists, but the voters of Kentucky spoke. I mean, come on. Massey voted against the big, beautiful bill, which had a lot of things people wanted. That didn't help him. He's been out there. He's never been real good to Trump. A lot of people say he's on the libertarian side. I don't even know if he's that. I'd say he's left of center. Comes on board. He's probably a fiscal hawk, I guess they'd call him. But on a lot of other issues, he's not. And he's just done now. I mean, they're out. He's gone. We saw that happen in Louisiana. that didn't surprise me. I mean, that moron, a Republican, voted to find Trump guilty on the impeachment. So goodbye. We don't need you. So long. Don't let the door hit you, right? Well, that says, kind of tired of every Republican saying we're going to lose the midterms. I am tooling it. He says, keep saying it and it will happen. I don't know if it will. That's the difference between Dems and Republicans. They never give up. They fight harder. That's a very true statement. The Democrats, the commies, that's just what they are. They're the Communist Party. They're united in their hatred of the country, their hatred for you and me, their hatred for everything that this country stands for. They're so full of hate. And yeah, I'm telling you right now, they are united though. They organize, they unite, and they hang together, unlike our party. We do get fractured from time to time, and it's probably our biggest Achilles heel. I'm telling you right now, the midterms, long ways away. It's May. Okay? Primaries are primaries. That's your battles within your parties generally. But coming up in the midterms, some of these states, they start voting, I think some in September, which is sad. I really can't stand that, honestly. This early voting. It should be 1 day voting unless you have a reason to have an absentee ballot, which is pretty much what it used to be. And I don't like the early voting whatsoever. But heck, I said, I just made my ballot out and sent it in because I really don't have a choice unless I want to drive 100+ miles to go vote. Being that's the only one open now in my area. We got to remember too, redistricting laws, bad ones are being thrown out and the good ones are being upheld. And this was not anything new. The Democrats did this decades ago, carving out little pieces so that they could actually put Democrats or put certain races in office. That is not how this works, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just redraw a district, but they were getting away with it. Now it's being overturned. And I'm telling you, we should be able to gain in the House with the redistricting if it happens. Now South Carolina, even though we thought that was a dead issue. Now this morning, I've been busy all day, so I have not been able to actually get out there and see where that went today. But it sounded like that was alive and well in South Carolina, and it was going to pass. So, hey, we got Mr. Vance. How we doing?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, just, going over all the things going on today. Jamie informed us that Thomas Massey is gone, not out of there. He was defeated. And I understand that a Trump-backed candidate looks like just came in from Kentucky. That would have been for the Turtle, McConnell. He won as well. So that's good news. We're making some headways. Yeah, we're replacing Republicans, but we're replacing bad Republicans. And I'm telling you right now, John Thune, he probably doesn't listen because he don't talk to me anymore. He ever since I wouldn't support him the last time I had dinner with him. But I'm telling you, you need to be gone. And I know that Pressler said he's going to come in here. I know that the Turning Point crew said, you know what? Thune don't, actually be a Republican and a conservative. We're going to come after him in South Dakota. And I think they could do it. He's not as popular as he used to be in this state. He's become Dashel. So, Thune, pull your big boy pants up and get it done. Nuke the filibuster, pass the SAVE Act, because it's going to happen the second the Communist Democrats get in there. What do you think, Vance?
I think like something that's been on my mind lately, and your knowledge has actually been a part of it, is the lack of knowledge that so many of our representatives in DC and our local government, state government, federal government, the lack of knowledge they have of how government is supposed to work is astonishing.
Isn't it?
It's one, I can't stand when people call them our leaders. They're not our leaders. They're our representatives. We're the leaders. That's how it's supposed to work. And it astonishes me at the lack of knowledge that these people that have been voted into these higher offices to represent us do not know the Constitution. I bet a lot of them couldn't even tell us the simple things as the three branches of the government. I bet you they couldn't tell you the basic amendments.
I would bet you're right. I mean, I've run into state legislators that can't.
Yeah,
And
it amazes me. And it's only going to get worse because I've seen high school kids nowadays that have never heard the name Ronald Reagan or even Bill Clinton. The last Democrat we had in office, in my opinion. I mean, love him, hate him, or otherwise, he was a Democrat. He wasn't a progressive liberal nut job like the last.
Yeah, let's go on that a little bit. So I voted for Clinton, unfortunately. I was 18, first election. I raised in a family of Democrats, so I had influences that maybe were not quite right, And he seemed good, didn't he? I mean, I can remember listening to the guy. I mean, this guy, he could talk. He could give a speech.
Yeah, he put on a good show.
And he really carried the young vote. Okay, remember, the young voting bloc doesn't always vote. That year they did. In Obama's year, they did. Yeah. And they voted in 2024 by overwhelming numbers. So, I if they ever realize that they could probably swing elections every year, we might be in trouble.
Yeah. You know what Clinton had back then was he had that Kennedy-esque type of personality. The younger, good-looking, charismatic, he had that going on for him, like Kennedy did back in the late 50s, early 60s.
Well, he was young. He was one of the youngest guys we'd seen run for president.
Early 40s.
In a long time. Yeah. And that was unheard of, really.
Yeah. And, I think I honestly believe he was the last Democrat president because we've had liberal nut jobs in there since. Progressives, not Democrats.
Yep. And that's what I was going to get at. The Democrat Party used to be a party. They were in opposition, but not completely crazy.
We can find middle road like we're supposed to be able to do. And now it's way this way or way that way. And
absolutely.
It's just and Clay, the preacher in me is going to come out.
That's okay. That's okay.
This stuff will get me stirred up when I think about it, when I watch the news, when I see all the stuff that's going on in our country and around the world. But I have to draw back to these are not things that I need to worry about. These are not things. Do I need to go vote? Do I need to do my part? Yes. The Bible even tells us we need to do our due diligence. Jesus talked about government, condemned them. But we need to do our due diligence. We need to do our part as American citizens. We need to vote. We need to be heard. We need to voice our opinions. But we do not need to worry about who's in office because Donald Trump's not my king. He's my president.
Exactly.
And regardless, that's what we need to remember is that sun's going to come up tomorrow no matter who's in that office. And if it don't come up tomorrow, we still going to be okay.
That was we were talking a little bit about that last night in Bible study. And there's a lot of turmoil, right? No doubt about it. There's always been turmoil in the world. Is it a little bit more? We were really talking about the rapture and Revelations. And then we got into, Mark, Matthew, John, they all predicted this. You get back to the Old Testament, it's mentioned. I mean, this isn't new. It's throughout the Bible in several different books in the Old and New Testament. It is predicted.
Yeah.
Are we getting there? A lot of signs say we are, more so than I've seen or even growing up. When you start adding it together. And that's kind of where that led to is that, but we're not worried. I made that comment last night. I go, I don't want to leave, but I do. Yeah. The whole idea is I want to be able, as you know, I've had quite a transformation and truly gave my heart to Jesus, let God fill my heart with love. I think it shocked some people. I think they're shocked more that I talk about it now, but I'm so happy about it.
Yeah.
And what a joy, what an overwhelming joy when that happens. Now, everybody that knows me, I've been a little lax here lately getting my dailies out to everybody. It's not that I'm not doing them. I've just been so crazy busy. You know what it's like here. I will resume them again. Don't worry. I haven't fallen off the wagon. I'm still me. But that's what we were talking about, is that us as Christians and us, you think about this. Boy, we're really going to go down some now. So when God flooded the world, it was horrible, right? Bad things were happening. And so he had, 100 years, Noah, I think it was 100 years that Noah built the ark, right? Mm-hmm. The door stayed open, I think, for 7 or 8 days. 8 people, guys. 8 people got on that boat, even though others could have and didn't. They didn't believe it, right? 8 people made it, and they only made it because Noah was so righteous. And I thought it was a great discussion as we went. We didn't start there, but that's where we ended up. And it was just a good refresher. Yeah. Where are we at now? How many? Can you think about this? He's never going to flood the world again. But let's say we have something like that. How many would believe it's happening, Vance?
It's hard to say. The Bible talks about a great falling away, as a lot of believers will fall away as the times get closer.
Yes.
And, I fully believe we are seeing biblical times. We're seeing prophecies fulfilled right before our eyes.
Big time.
Do I think Jesus will return tomorrow? Don't know. As far as biblical prophecy of things that need to happen before he returns, it's not in line yet. It's getting close. It's getting close.
I don't think we're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to happen because, as you said, there's a lot of things that need to actually happen first, right?
Yeah.
As you and I both know that.
I heard a preacher say years ago, and this has stuck with me. I don't know when Jesus is going to return, but I know that we're one day closer today than we were yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll tell you what, we're going to put that on hold. It's a great conversation. Alex chimed in. I'm going to first take a quick break for a couple sponsors, and then we'll bring Alex in here. And, Alex, he believes like us. He's a Christian man as well. And that's another reason to vote for Alex, because why not? I mean, all you need to do is be a Christian. Then the rest of it we know is okay.
We need the biblical guys in there representing us.
Absolutely. So stick with us. We're going to take a quick break here. Thanks some sponsors. Lauer Auto Repair has been with us since the very beginning, and then we'll be right back.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota. Give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right, go where lemons go. Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
We are back. We seem to have lost Alex here now. So, things happen, guys. What's that?
It's like he's got bad service or something.
Yeah, so we'll bring him back up here when we get him back on here. It happens. I'm sorry. I called up. He told me he's going to be up there, so I called Vance. I said, "Hey, Vance, I don't know if Alex is going to make it. I could do this show, but it's a lot more fun with another person on here." So thanks for coming on. By the way, Vance has Sunday Sportsman's Devotion. I'm telling you, if you haven't been watching, I can tell you a lot of you have, because I go see the numbers, especially if I didn't catch it right away. So tune in every Sunday morning, 7 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone, the real time, and then 8 o'clock in fast time in the morning. Good one too. You guys, if you haven't caught him, go catch up on him. Hey, I think we got Alex back here. Let's see if we got him here. Alex, can you hear us? Uh-oh. Alex, we don't have no sound on your end. I think your mic on your phone maybe isn't connected to the stream. Oh. Ah, darn. I know these Alex been on the road here. I'm gonna click you out. If you can see, I can't turn your mic on from here. It says no device available, but I do have your camera. So see if we can get that going here. I'm gonna click him out. So you want to see if you can connect that. Yeah, that's tough when you're trying to do the road and do it with a phone, and it's just the way it happens. So
I'll get preachy again. The devil don't want certain messages to be heard.
Well, that could be. It could be. Paul says, hey, it's good to catch him on Sunday mornings. Absolutely, it is. I was going to put this out there for him, too, because I filled out my ballot and got it out there. Look at there. I did my due diligence. Alex, right there. I got it colored in.
We might have trouble getting Alex on here because the devil don't want somebody like him in office.
They're working against him, ain't they? Yeah. Got Karen Rohr now. So, and any of you guys are voting in North Dakota, you'll notice that we also had several statewide candidates that had nobody running against them. And I got to ask this: well, did you fill them out? I go, I did not. They haven't earned my vote. I mean, they're going to win because they're not being challenged, but I don't just blindly vote for a person just because they're unchallenged. And so, yeah, let's see if we can. I'm gonna try something here. See if we can get him. He's working on it. I can see he's working on it. But like I said, it's a tough deal when you're trying to do this from a. And I can tell you, if we can't get him on tonight, I will definitely do this. And if we have to go on another day, because I want to get him back on here, because we're going to try to do. Let's see here. Can you hear us now, Alex? Can we hear you? Does not look like it, does it? Yeah. But we will get Alex back on here, guarantee it. I wanted to kind of do updates here leading up to June 9th. I think it's important. I can tell you right now, Vance isn't up here right now. He's not. He moved back down south, so 102 degrees today. But
102 today, yep.
I can tell you this. From what I'm seeing, I know that Julie must be she's actually doing a lot of advertising, which she didn't do last time like she's doing now. And I see a lot of Alex signs out there, and I'm glad that all of you have them. If you don't have some, I have a few left again. So if you need some, I've got them right here, and you can pick them up if you want them in this area. I got mine. I got my whole. Imagine that, Vance. I got the whole place plastered with them here. Especially for them Democrats that live north of me. So, okay. Lynette says the state of the country might actually help, Alex, because we are sick of the representatives not showing up. That's another thing. Do you realize this, man? So we had our state convention, and I don't think hardly any of the endorsed candidates showed up.
They didn't show up to the people that are trying to put them in office.
Exactly. They didn't think that they mattered. The people that took time out of their schedule, some took vacations, they dedicated themselves to become a delegate on the floor, maybe even an officer within their local district committees, and didn't bother to show up to even talk to them.
So they have that Biden mentality. I don't work for you.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah. Basically, that's exactly what it was.
And said, you work for me, and he says, I don't work for you.
You
do.
Actually, you do. And what was even worse is, I don't know if anyone knows this. A lot of people might that are listening, but when you're a district chair, your job is to be at that GOP state convention. You're supposed to kind of take the ballots, make sure they get put to the proper place. You're supposed to be the guy that leads your delegate from your district. Well, Don Shively did not show up. Didn't even tell anybody. You're supposed to put a proxy, somebody to take care of it if you're not going to be there. Right. Representative Dawson Hawley texted him, asked him where he was, because things happen, right? Might be late, might not. Says, not going to make it. That was it. Nothing, no explanation, didn't come. Their vice chairman didn't show up. The vice chairwoman was there. Of course, Mary she wasn't on the executive committee or anything like that, so she didn't need to be there. But when your officers of your district don't show up, maybe they don't need to be officers anymore. That's, to me, one of the fundamental things you should do if you're sitting in an officer's position or you're sitting on that executive committee as a whole. You are the people that were elected by the district to represent you in matters. You need to then go to the state convention and be that representation. So, and by the way, Senator Shively is also the chair of the district. And that's a whole nother story. I've never believed in that. I guess he likes two positions.
I just think so many politicians have forgotten who they work for and forgotten what their true job is to represent us, the people, we the people.
I think you're right. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, let's see. I think we might have Alex this time.
How we doing? Can you hear me?
We got you. All right.
Yeah, I had to drag Siri out and kill her. So
he's got an Apple
somebody
product.
did.
Yeah, finally worked. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
So are you traveling or are you just in the vehicle afterwards? Oh, we lose you?
No, I can't hear you guys.
Uh-oh. No. Well, we can hear you, Alex.
What's going on? Hang on. Yeah, there we go. I got you now.
I got you now. Yeah, I just, I had to show my ballot, and so being you're here, I got to do it again because it's just a good thing, right? Right there, Alex.
I got you. There we go. Yep. Now you're up totally. Okay, got you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, so, I see you voted there. That's good.
Oh yeah, I did it the right way.
I did it the right way.
So
how did you guys been hanging in there?
How did
Oh yeah, we're doing good. You were at District 40, right?
District 40, right?
Yeah, we were at District 40 tonight. We had a great turnout. Really talked issues and stuff. Then I just always get off track answering questions. And then Cindy texted me and said, "Hey, you're supposed to be on with Clay." I was like, "Oh, I'm running."
It's okay. We had it covered.
Yeah.
So we must be on your speakers in your vehicle because they're feeding back.
They're feeding back.
Oh, is it? Let me see if I can take you onto just the phone now. 1 second. If I turn this off, how's that? Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me see if I take. I don't want to lose you, but let me take this off the car connection. 1 second.
Okay.
How's that? I got you on the phone now.
Yep, I can hear you.
That better, huh?
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, it was coming back. I like hearing myself talk, but
Oh, this is good. This is much better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we've been busy. We've been on the road talking to lots of folks. We're keeping the pace up.
Yeah, guys, like I said, I wanted to get an update from you, and I hope we can do this every week. At least if we just hop on for 10 or 15 minutes, just give us an update. So what do we got scheduled the rest of the week? Where are you going to be?
So tomorrow we'll be in Candu just running some errands. Thursday we're going to be at Castleton for a great big forum down there. That's where they invite everybody in. So that'll be good if you're down near Castleton, come out for it. And then Friday we are at the debate. Well, we call it a debate, but Julie's not going to show up in Devil's Lake. That's a good one. Devin and Chris will be there. We'll have all the candidates out. And then Saturday, I can't remember exactly, but I do know that we're getting ready for the Memorial Day weekend. I'll be speaking in Wild Rose on Memorial Day, and then next Tuesday I am in Dickinson for Southwest Patriots, and Wednesday Wednesday we're going 27th. We are going to the Capitol to the press conference where we're going to ask. I'm guessing we're going to ask Governor Armstrong to tell us why he's trying to influence the legislator by backing candidates, Yeah,
it's that's an interesting subject. I've got a different take maybe than most. I've seen Trump do it. He influences candidates.
Yep.
Now, I don't agree with a lot of the candidates that Kelly is endorsing, but that's him and that's me. I still consider him a friend, and sometimes we're not going to agree.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
I can tell you right now that he's been backing a guy here in District 31 that I would never back, and that's Don Shively. We were just talking about how he didn't even show up, as many as you were there at the state convention. He didn't even bother as the chairman and the senator from District 31 to even show up. and really gave no explanation. Didn't even tell anybody. And he's the guy that's supposed to lead that delegation from a district, take the ballots, make sure they get to where they need to be. And Susan Keller, thank goodness for her. She was the vice chairwoman, and she stepped up, took the reins, and got it done. So, I tip my hat to her. And, of course, that's why I'm endorsing Mary for Senate. And along, of course, with Dawson and Karen for the House. But, no, I like what Corey said here. He goes, we the people are pissed and tired of politicians not representing us. And that's what we get in Julie, as far as I'm concerned, Alex. We have a representative that really don't care she don't care about going to debates. I guess she feels she don't have to tell anybody anything.
Yeah, even today they had her on. Steve Hallstrom asked her if she was going to debate, and she just started this litany saying that she had been to thousands of meetings, talked to thousands of people, talked to the grassroots, and she didn't need to debate. And my question is, I think she defines grassroots a lot differently than I do.
Yeah, Julie hasn't even been in this area ever where I live. And I know that we don't have the biggest voting block, but she cherry picks the people she wants at her, quote, town halls when she does show up, which all of a sudden she started because people were calling her out, but they're very controlled. You can't just walk in there.
I met a guy in Lincoln, a great young man. He voted for Julie last time, he told me. He went to a Bismarck, what they call office hours. He went when he was supposed to talk to Julie. She was in Bismarck, and she wasn't there. They had a staff person, and one of Julie's staff was there. And he said, I didn't come to talk to you. I came to talk to Julie. Oh, well, she's across town at a fundraiser. So, this is the kind of, and I'm going to use the term people say to me, it's elitist. And, that's not what a representative should be. You should be out there talking to folks. I'm learning a ton, and I wouldn't be able to learn it if I wasn't talking to folks.
Absolutely.
Alex, my name is Vance. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Vance.
I think we're seeing a whole lot more, and we're going to see more of it, of people wanting more representatives that will get out there with the people, not stand up here and tell me all the great things you did in your community as a community organizer, but get out there and get to know the people. An everyday guy that will get out there and vote and represent our morals and our values and put them in the White House where they're supposed to be. And I think people like you are exactly what, hopefully, I know I've raised a couple of boys. I know Clay's raising some boys that will vote that way. I want to vote for a Clay, an Alex, a Vance, a Dave.
I appreciate that.
I want to vote for us kind of people that are going to go represent us. Not some politician that's going to stand up there and give us a bunch of BS all day long.
Yeah, I know it's not going to always be easy, but the reality is all you got to do is represent the people.
That's
and
it.
Be true to them. And then after that, it makes the jobs easy,
Well, if you listen to Alex's ads, it says it right there. He's going to be a servant of the people. I've never heard a politician really say that. I actually heard Trump say that a few times when he first started.
Yeah,
and that's what you are. We're a representative republic, and that's why we send people. I mean, if I wanted to just send somebody who didn't share my beliefs, I could vote for anybody and call it a day and forget about it. But it ain't what I want.
Right? Yeah.
Paul Metz says yes, exactly. Yeah. So Tom's got on here. Tom Donaldson pretty good. He says no votes for Devin and Chris, PSC candidates. So I guess I don't know that much about either of these guys. Now, Chris, when I hear him, he sounds good. Do you have any insight on those guys, Alex? Because I really don't.
I'll tell you what, I've been in a ton of meetings with both those guys, talking to constituents, talking to voters. These are probably two of the more experienced people that are ever going to run for PSC. Okay. Chris working at a power plant, having a ton of experience, working different projects, actually, being a worker. Devin, the same thing, being a worker who studied it a ton, actually has worked resources. And you can't, if you stack up their experience, they crush Jill and Sherry to start with. The second piece is they hone their own. They dig in and talk to people. And we just don't see that. Last time I saw Sherry speak, my condolences to Jill for her father passing away. But Randy Crispin and Sherry showed up, and I'm telling you, it was embarrassing. What I thought was bad was that Sherry told us how much we didn't understand the PSC, and they really didn't have any power to do anything, and we really didn't know enough. And then Randy Crispin, and I used to think he was going to be okay. I was wrong. He scolded us for talking what I say is the truth, but he said it was negative about these people, and we were just getting clicks. And I don't need to be told that. So I said I take exception to that, but I'm not debating you. And then when the questions started, they both ran for the hills. They wouldn't stay around.
Yep.
So,
and that's pretty typical of establishment elitists. When they get cornered, that's why they don't like going into a forum where, hey, we're going to have a meeting today. We invited all the candidates. They'll never show up at that because they want to know what questions you're going to ask. Who did you invite? Well, we invited everybody, the people you represent.
Yeah.
And they're usually a no-show just about every time. I've invited several to come on this show. And I thank you for coming on, Alex, because like I said, we definitely support you. And I've had several people on, but as you can imagine, I've heard nothing on. I invited Julie to come on here. I got nothing from anybody. Didn't surprise me.
Well, I missed a couple of times coming on, Clay. My apologies. We were there driving or out in the middle of nowhere, and I really wanted to. And I'll tell you the other thing is, people listen to you guys' show. Everyone asks me like, "When are you going to be on Guns in the 701?" I said, "I'm getting there."
Oh, we're happy to hear that, and we're happy to give you the platform. We might not have the biggest audience, but we got a loyal one. There's no doubt about that.
Right. Yep.
And I think we got probably a very well educated audience. A lot of the things I talk about, seriously, I either get somebody that sends me something or they'll say, hey, I heard this, and then I go dig it up and see what it was about. We got very intuitive viewers that are watching what's happening in the world. And if I'm not talking to you, they might be talking to somebody, and they might be talking to somebody. It's that rule of 5, and it truly is. And it's spread. Like I said, I see your signs everywhere, Alex.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
I didn't see a lot of that the first time. And in all honesty, I've worked for a lot of camping. The first time out, the percentages of winning are low. But that's why you do it. Get your name out there. And as that happens, you'll get them people back like me. I knew right away when you announced, I said, oh yeah, that's my guy. I didn't even hesitate. And I think you've probably seen a lot of that, haven't you?
I think we'll get the numbers this time. If we get the vote out on the conservatives, especially out west here, and even in Fargo, we've been talking to them. If they go out and vote on the 9th, we've got it. They just got to go vote.
Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. And by the way, to everybody out there, when you hear that there's no fraud in North Dakota's elections, that is an outright lie. We're not going to go into that tonight. I've seen the numbers. And how could you not with the way you can still put an X on the box and have someone vouch for you and get a ballot.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, this is insane. Hey, Dan, good evening. Coming in late from Trap Club again. Yeah, since we moved to Tuesday nights, we've got some people that have either coming in late or they might miss it or get the replay. But so, I really wanted to have you on. I'm hoping you can come on as much as you want. And then after you win on June 9th, I want to definitely have you on as we go into that general election.
Oh, absolutely. And I got to say, if we get elected in November, which I'm hoping we will, we should make this part of our platform for informing the North Dakota voters.
We absolutely can do that. I'd love to have you on here. I'm telling you, our guys, the people that listen, and I hear it all the time, they are some of the most informed people. And they got good questions. I've seen them tonight. I've seen them just about every time we've had anybody on. Yeah. So, yeah. But,
I was going to say, too, one of the things that doing this on just kind of a shoestring budget, which we are, and we get a lot of great donations from people around the state, but they're all just from people in North Dakota, is because we get so much support. We just get on the road and drive, and I mean, we're putting our own money into it, but you know what? That's what I think it should be like. I don't think it should be big corporate money.
Well, you think about it. I know another guy that put his own money in the first time around, and he won in 2016.
And now he's worth less than he was when he started.
What's that?
He's worth less than when he started. The opposite of any president before him.
Yeah. He went in poorer than he come in, which he's not poor, but he had less wealth.
He lost hundreds of millions of dollars since he became president. Most presidents gain millions of dollars.
So true. So true. Yeah. Well, I even see that looking at Julie's numbers, her total amount is just skyrocketed up in the last year. It's amazing.
Yeah. So when they go there and say, we're representing you, we care about you. You know, when I watch your personal wealth grow, and I know what the salary is of a United States representative, how did that happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, maybe your vote was for sale, right?
Well, you know, when your husband works for a defense lobbyist and you're voting on defense bills, I think it's pretty easy to make that happen, you know?
Yeah. Hey, I just had this sent. I got to put this up here. Look at there, Alex.
There you go. I like it.
That is from David Fettig. He is of course, our host of 701 Marksman, and that's his son Eli. Look at that big smile.
He could not deny that little boy if he had to.
No, he couldn't. And,
That's
his
great.
house is up there in that Mandan area. So yeah, you've got support. I think you don't even know about. I truly do believe that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna work hard to get it and earn it. Hey, I got to ask you, Clay, what do you guys think? I don't know if you've heard Julie pushing this Trust Lands Completion Act thing.
Yeah, oh, glad you brought. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm very okay. I know how she's selling it. Okay, all fluff and light and nice, bunnies. But the reality is, this is a grab, and I disagree with how she's doing it. I could see, yes, we should have those lands back, and they can be state trust. But I don't want to see them go into the hands of big money. They need to be put in there for conservancy and people to hunt and graze and fish. Give me your thoughts on it. I can be wrong, but give me your thoughts.
Here's what the whole bill's about, as far as I'm concerned, and it's about giving those trust lands, trading them into tribal lands, which I'm completely against. I live in the middle of the res. I want to see no more land be abused, no more land go into their hands where they don't take care of it, no more land. It's not their land. And I'll be the first one to say it. I'm not racist. Trust me. I got tons of guys that are friends of mine that are tribal members. You're a defeated nation. Period. I am so sick of this, and when I live on the res and I see the things that go on, they want to be sovereign, but yet they want to be completely funded by us. And then it's school trust land. So I rent 2 pieces, 2 quarters, and I'm fine with renting them. But I'm not sure I would rent them if they become what if it's my 2 pieces they want to give to them? I am not doing this, and I've made water improvements on that land. I will pull up every fence post, every string of wire, and I will dig that line out of the ground.
Yeah. So this is my thing. They sell this thing, and she tries to sell this thing. She brought it back up right when we went to the war in Iran. It's been a bill back there in Washington for like 7 years because they can't get it passed. It is wrong. I challenged it today on. When the flag brought it up, when she gave her little spiel about how it's so good. And of course, I didn't get on, but I sent a note to him. I just think people in North Dakota should know that this is a bad deal.
It's a very bad deal. There's no winners in this as far as North Dakotans go, especially for sportsmen, hunters, shooters, for agricultural people who are renting them lands, either to farm on them or to, they're not all graze. Some of them are farmed, some of them are hay.
Right.
Yeah, it is a government has control of seems to go to crap pretty quick. I don't believe it's constitutional. I know Clay knows this, and Alex probably does too. But the government don't own any land outside. What is it, Clay? The 10
by 10 square miles of DC is all there is.
There you go.
Yep, and forts and post office.
Yet they have control over all of our land all over the country.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's remember, we got to have some sort of government. Okay, everyone thinks, you hate all the government. No, but I want it restored to the constitutional representative republic that was out of my life.
Yep.
Small government.
And
get rid of all the ABC agencies.
And you look at the public land. Let's. I've had this discussion on this show, and thank you for the hate mail, by the way, those of you that sent some. But anyway, I'm not a big fan of public lands. We are at a point, though. The federal government should not have control. At very best, they should be in the state's control, or better yet, let's put them in the county's control.
That'd be nice.
I don't think we could sell them anymore, and return them. I don't know how you do that without. You just couldn't get it back into private hands very easily anymore, because private people are always going to do it better. I can prove that on my own place. I have an allotment that goes with this place. You look at that and you look at what I do, it's night and day. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see those lands put into the county's hands, because the county is the form of government that's closest to the people.
Yep.
And I think there you'd have a better way to manage them and make them better for everybody.
Yeah, and I'd love to see that land return to working people, but the reality is that working people are never going to get a bite of that if it gets sold, because big dollars will jump on that. We will lose every bit of it to big dollars.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you put it up for auction or for sale, nobody's the Bill Gateses of the world are going to buy it.
Yes,
Vance, you got to cut out of here, huh?
Yeah, I got some things going on here, and it's getting late for an old man down here south.
Thanks, Vance, for coming.
Glad you come on, bud.
Alex, I'm not up there no more. I used to live up there. If I was, you'd certainly have my vote, but you got my support from here down in Alabama. God bless you.
All right, thanks.
Well,
catch you later, buddy.
Be safe. Hey, I was going to say, Clay, the other thing I heard the other day, and I got to bring it up to the viewers. I don't know if they heard Comey talk the other day.
I did, but I don't know if anybody else did. But yeah, go ahead.
It was the worst, or maybe the most egregious is the way I should say it, demonstration of someone supporting and calling for FBI agents to be the deep state and work against the president that I've ever heard. He said exactly this: I want all the agents to hold on for just 2.5 years, and he'll be out of office and gone. I mean, it should be against the law what he said.
He should be gone. Comey, yeah. If you haven't watched that, everybody, go find it. You can find it just about anywhere on social media. If you can't, you can go to the government websites. I bet it's on the congressional. I don't know which one, but I bet it is. All that stuff is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Enough said. You said it. It was the most egregious thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells me what he's planning to do.
Oh yeah, at least he said it outwardly. I mean, That's amazing, right? They usually hide that stuff,
Yeah, they're getting pretty bold anymore, aren't they?
They sure are. Yep.
They know that the Trump's out, but I don't think they really think in their minds. This is my thought process on our enemies. They think they're going to win the presidency or try to steal it again.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely plan to. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I was just before we was able to get you on here. I was talking about Thune. Thune either needs to go or he needs to pull his big boy pants up and pass the SAVE Act, get rid of the filibuster, pass the SAVE Act, and save the country, because that's what that's about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we have to do that. And this other thing we need to do is we need to cut out those seniors. You've heard me say it before. Those 9,600 seniors have got to be cut because they are shadow government right now.
Yes.
They're not working to support, and they're not the federal government employees you want to have.
No, and they're not elected, and they're just employees, and they sit there through every administration, and when they got one they like, they do things that they can get away with, and when they got one they don't like, they work against them every single day that they're in office.
Yeah, and I mean, if it wasn't enough, if we didn't think it before, which we obviously thought it, we had Comey just come out and say it, and everyone should take. No, I mean, look, he's being honest. That they're working against him, against Trump.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. So Paul says, there's a bunch of fraud on that, but I'm upset that they're laughing how their income has doubled. Why don't we know, or how come we don't know how? It's what we're talking about, how they go in and then they come out. Leon says, you're right. Should be illegal. They are bold because Republicans tend to be ballless. Well, there's a lot of truth to that, Leon. We were talking about that earlier here, Alex, is that Democrats hold together, or let's call them communists, because it's the Communist Party.
Yep.
They never waver. When it comes up against us, they dig in and they go.
They do.
We don't do that. I mean, look at right now. We own the Senate.
Yep.
We could own it completely and pass the agenda we wanted for the last 2 years. John Thune, who I am ashamed to say I worked on his campaign when he ran his second Senate race.
Wow.
And we got him elected. He's not the man that I was working for.
Yeah.
And he's no better than Tom Daschle, the guy we defeated, who was a Democrat. John has become that, and it's a shame. The people of South Dakota, I think if anyone decent steps up to run, I think they will beat him.
You think? Yeah, probably so.
And it will be the second time that a sitting majority leader from South Dakota will be kicked out of office.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, they're really missing their opportunity. And I'm going to say, I'm going to across the board, they're missing an opportunity back there. They have a president in office that will get things done. They can push the agenda through. They can push all these things we need to do for the country. It's one of the reasons why I'm so disappointed in Julie. All she has to do is take a stand, and literally she could every week she could be putting things on the floor that would be good.
And she
I don't. Yeah, I can't. I can't figure it out.
She comes back and says, "Oh, I support Trump and I support this." And the bills she's actually been part of are pretty. I don't know, what do you want to say? They're not really arguable. They're pretty much supported across the board.
Sure.
Softball.
Well, they're uninspiring, and they're already bills that everyone they're easy to put through because no one's going to complain about them. So after she tests it and polls it, then she says, "Okay, I can take this stance because it won't hurt me." That's not how to represent.
No, that's not representing. That's just being there, patting your own pocket, plain and simple. And that's not how it should be done. I've never been a fan. I haven't been a fan of Julie since I met her the first time at a District 31 meeting. I know I told you this, and I've told people she was appointed to the public service, public service commission. Is that what they call it?
Yep.
She was appointed to that. Then she had to run, so she was making the rounds of the district meetings. And I asked her about the Second Amendment, and she walked away basically. She said, "Well, what's that got to do, with this office?" I said, "It tells me everything about you."
Yeah.
And she walked away from me. That's all I needed to know about her.
Yeah.
And that's what she does. She walks away from everything. Look, she don't go to the state convention. She don't show up at town halls unless they're very, very orchestrated and cherry picked. She won't debate you. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, as a sitting congresswoman, if she has all these attributes, she's done so much, come and debate. She should be able to crush me. I mean, arguably.
It'd be and not just that, now, wouldn't it be a great way to get that out to the people one-on-one?
Yeah.
Rather than do it through ads or little postcards in your mailbox. By the way, Julie, those make great fire starters in my pit. Thank you. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, today, and I don't know how this is possible, today she said on the radio that she's worked in the government for 35 years in North Dakota. Now, that's either going to make her, older than me, I guess. I don't know. But, I don't know what that government work was, but if it certainly didn't prepare her for where she is right now.
Yeah, what was that word? I mean, maybe she was an aide or I don't know. Who knows? I just don't really. I didn't know who she was till she was in that PSC position, and that's when I first even heard of her. But
Well,
I'm not
about her until she started taking money from Summit's Carbon Solutions. That's that's when I started hearing about it.
Imagine that, right? Huh?
Yeah.
How'd that? Yeah. And thank you, South Dakota, for doing what you guys did down there.
Oh, amen to South Dakota. Yeah.
Absolutely. And, they got a big race going down there in their governor's race. And people keep asking me, who would you vote for? I go, well, sure wouldn't be Dusty Alfred E. Newman Johnson. No way. He hasn't done nothing. He's probably done less than Julie in the House of Representatives. I said, and Roden did some good things. I don't know him that good. I do like what Jens Hansen, because that's the guy that was leading the House, he was the House Majority Leader, if I remember right. He's the guy that helped push those bills to shut down Carbon Summit Solutions. He's your guy.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know much about the other guy, Toby Doden. He's a self-made man and a businessman. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, there are some one thing about it, there are some choices in that race. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
I think theirs is June 2nd. I think they're a week before. Yeah, so that'd be fun to watch.
They're a week before. Yeah, exactly.
But if I was in South Dakota today, and I'd probably be voting for Hansen, just because I know what his record is, and I know what Dusty's is, and it ain't nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of this is just voter awareness, and even at tonight's meeting, we were talking about this. I said, I was at this meeting here in Minot, and there's a lot of local issues going on, really important local issues, okay? So when I talk to North Dakotans, I realized they got a ton of stuff going on. It's even more so the reason why that your congressional representatives should come back and talk to you to tell you what's going on, because there's no way you can keep up with what's going on in Congress.
No, yeah, it's tough. I mean, I try to, but I even don't keep up like I used to, but I'm probably one of the few guys that goes and reads the minutes, that are actually posted on their website.
Yeah.
But that's how you find out what they really say and what they really are doing. They can get on and give every soundbite in the world, but it's a lot different than how they speak from the floor.
Well, it's so interesting. When I was going to go in the service when I was really young, I was on debate and a number of things in high school, and I, believe it or not, I actually subscribed to and got the paper copy of the Congressional Record and read it because I thought it would help me, right? Well, I had no idea I'd be doing this today, but anyway, it was very enlightening. Of course, it was only about 50 pages every month, so it was a lot less, So
not like it is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 3,000-page bills, and got to pass them before you know what's in them, type stuff.
Yeah,
and that's crazy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like I said, a representative republic is what we have. You will be a representative of the people. That's why you were my guy when I heard. I was like, oh, he's running? Absolutely. And get this, I can't believe the people that have come on your side that I know that were against you because they thought you were some kind of a CIA plant last time.
Yeah.
Now they're on board going, oh, I guess we were wrong. Well, I'm glad that's okay.
We got some great support out there. In fact, I think that's what's going to be pushed over the top, that we got out and talked to folks. They got to know us. We got to know them. And I'll tell you what, man, there's some smart people out there. We've been talking Farm Bill with farmers and ranchers, and you're on the hook for that. If we get in, we're going to write our own Farm Bill from North Dakota. That's where we should initiate it.
Well, I can tell you one thing, and that's what I do now. I mean, I got other things going on, but I run an operational cow-calf operation here.
Yep.
I take nothing. I am not a part of any program, nor do I want to be. As far as I'm concerned, they can go away. Now, that isn't a popular stance among a lot of producers.
Right, yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, I don't want their money. I don't need their money. And I sure don't want the things that go with it on my land if I take their money.
Yeah, that ties you to it. Exactly right.
I mean, you read some of these contracts, they're insane. Of what you have to grant any federal agent that's part of that alphabet agency. No, that's never happening on this land.
Easements and all sorts of stuff. Yep.
Well, just the idea that I have to grant access anytime. I can't stop them from walking on my land to look at something.
That's crazy.
Not doing that.
You bring up an interesting point. I was at a meeting about a week ago, and I said, somebody said, well, thanks for helping us get whatever back. I said, you know what? I think that we should make a rule that you can't thank a congressman or a senator when they bring money to your state, because it's your money. It's just tax dollars, right? That you're bringing it back home.
Well, think about it. And I know you agree with this. Government makes nothing, produces nothing, and sells nothing. Therefore, the only way they have money is to take it from somebody.
That's it.
That's the only way. I mean, and granted, we have to have a certain amount of money that's got to run our government. But the level we're at today, no.
You got to start cutting now, and you got to get back to the basics. If it's just defense and say immigration and international stuff, you can cut a ton of money out of Washington. We are in things we don't even need to be into.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm pretty sure on the campaign trail, you've heard a bunch about the data centers.
Yep.
And of course, the pipeline's still out there. They haven't given up. They're now going to try to reroute it through Wyoming. But I hear that there's a big group of people from South Dakota going over there and educating the Wyoming people. Yeah. So I'm glad to hear that.
Well, I'll tell you what, they might push that pipeline for that carbon stuff, but they're not. If I'm in office, they're not getting a single penny. I will not vote for a single penny of subsidies for any of this stuff. So they're going to do it on their own if they want to do it.
Well, that's how it should be. If you want to do it, fine, do it. Yep. Follow the law. If you can get people to sell an easement without coercion and try to call it eminent domain, which it's not. That is not a public use. Roads are public use. A pipeline is not. That's a private entity. If you can get it done, I guess by all means, but don't use my money and don't use eminent domain.
Yeah, if it's a viable business enterprise, you go right ahead and do it. But right now, the only CO2 viable enterprise I need is dry ice for my elk when I get it set.
There you go. Did you see? Is elk? I'm not thinking. Did we have to apply for tags? Seemed like we did.
I think you did. Yeah. Oh, it might be close to the end. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure I did it. So I know South Dakota is going to have an unlimited elk tag season in East River, which that's a whole other subject.
For out-of-staters too, for non-residents?
No, it's just for residents. The way it sounds. Yeah.
Well, it's still only $270 in Montana to get a cow tag. So
there you go. Montana bound.
Hey, so I probably will have to go out there because I need some elk. Hey, on the data centers.
Yes.
So, look, I know there's a lot of back and forth on this, and people been. It's just crazy the abusiveness of some of the. Listen, Chris Wilson and Devin are great with this because they talk to these guys directly. And Chris, they tried to take some of his land or give him a contract that was garbage. Look, I said it before. Look, if this is so important, Clay, if it's critical for us to have data centers, let's just this is what they're saying, right? And we got to have them tomorrow, and we got to do all this stuff. Then let's just stick them on the military bases. I'll give you one in Minot, one in Grand Forks, and one in the National Guard Center. We'll put a small nuke up there. We'll put 20 sailors who are nuclear qualified to run it, and then we'll take a breath and we'll see if we need more of them. But
yeah, I like that idea. If they're such a critical part of our country right now, and I know why they're coming up here. Because of our colder climate, it's cheaper to operate them.
Yep.
But the amount of energy that they require. I actually bought into it, and there's like 3 companies out there now, but I bought into one of the first ones that are making these little portable nuclear generators. They fit it basically on a semi. Yeah. That's taken off big time. I'm glad I got in on the ground floor on that one.
Good on you.
It wasn't. I got a tip from a good friend. He goes, hey, he says, I've been watching this. He says, you might want to get in on this. And he's actually the guy that handles most of my investments. He goes, I think this would be a good one. And it has been. It's doing well. So I look at those and go, it made me go study to say, okay, what are they going to be building? My goodness, why aren't we doing that? And then they burn out. There's no waste.
Well, here's the other thing too. They say that they're so important and so critical to us. We got to have security on them. Sticking them out in the middle of nowhere in North Dakota is not security. So you can build all you want, and then you just don't have any security. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I mean, these little things can power counties.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and to me, it's like that's a no-brainer to me.
Yep. Well, and they can do this so easily. I think the thing is that we don't know what size they're going to be anyway. I think you might have heard me say this on the trail, but in 96 or 97, we sent 2 terabytes of information overseas for the war, and it fit in a 20-foot Connex. In 2005, we sent about 112 terabytes over, and it was the size of a room-size air conditioner. So
yeah, that's something.
Yeah. So what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years? We're going to need all this space? I don't think so.
My computer is 2 terabytes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep.
To give you an example, and that's on each drive, so it's actually got 4. It's amazing. I can remember when computers, when I first started working on them in the 80s, and as a grade schooler, Commodore 64s, and we thought them 64-bit. Boy, we're just wow,
we're rocking. Yeah. I mean, the thing I want is I want common sense out of this stuff, and this idea wasn't ready for prime time. I understand they're pushing it really hard. I understand Bergam wants it really badly, but there's money at the base of this thing, not a mission, and it has to be a mission if it's so important.
It's always about follow the money, and I'll be honest. Anytime Dump Doug Bergam is for something, I generally am against it till I go read about it because it's usually not good. It just isn't.
Yeah. Well, I know that. So what'll happen is now, I guess, got to forecast this a little bit. Normally, when I say something on the radio or on a show, in about 3 or 4 days, Julie picks it up and rephrases it because she didn't have a talking point. And what happened the other day was I had said that we needed an authorized use of military force for Iran. And the reason why we needed that was because it shows the world that we are together. And when we are together, it usually shortens the conflicts. That's just kind of the rule if you look historically. Well, sure enough, I said it enough times, and she came out with it today on the radio. So I guess I just got a counselor, but I can't be there all the time for Julie. What can I say?
So now she picked that up. Oh yeah, that sounds like a great one. Yeah, well, she's that's what she does.
Yep, that's okay. It's just that if she needs a counselor, she needs to find somebody else. So
tell her you hire out afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
In her new career. No,
there you go. So now I should ask you now, how many calves you got down, and where are you at with them? You are done?
I got 2 head of cows left, sitting at about 115. I don't have the biggest herd, and then next year I'll be adding about 30 head of replacements to the herd. So then I'll be pretty much where I want to be on my place. So, but it seems like it's going so slow because the last 2 weeks we've only had 5 head left.
Yeah.
Where they all calved in that pretty much that first 30 days, which is what I want. And
Yeah,
I
right.
do leave them out for 60, and here we got our last 2. And I mean, we're coming up on that 60 days here at the end of the month, so they got to calve pretty soon, and they are. Both of them that are left, they're about. They got to pop one of these days. They're
Yeah,
as
you
big
think,
as,
right?
big. I mean, that one's bigger. She's as big as Rosie O'Donnell, so she's got to pop. No,
that's big.
horrible.
Let's just say that's big, you know.
No, it's been a pretty good calving season. The weather got nice now. We did have a little bit of rain here the other day, 6,200. So we needed that. We really did. Just got had neighbors plant me down some alfalfa and oats to, turn the field back into hay ground. Yeah, I mean, we're on schedule here. I'm not too far, but I even got some fencing done. So I got 2 more pastures to get around, and then I got all them taken care of, and I'll be able to start rotating them cows.
You've been working hard, Clay.
Well, it's like I told everybody. I said I have not given up on my morning devotions. I'd still do them, and I haven't been sending them out because I get up, do my thing, have my coffee, and I head out the door.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, I really appreciate those when you send them to me. They really keep me on track, and I really appreciate them.
Well, appreciate that. I've had a lot of people asking me. They're coming. I'm going to try to get started again next week. I think I can handle that. I do them. I mean, I get up. I'm still doing what I do. I just haven't been sending them out. But I subscribed now to a text messaging thing.
Yeah.
So I should be able to just write it once and send it out.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to do that anyway for the show. So we'll see when that. I'll have to learn how to use it, I suppose. But
technology, there you go.
We had Bible study last night, and we talked about a lot of the world's issues that are happening. Like me and Vance were talking before you came on, that we're not fearful of it. I'm in no hurry to leave, but yet I'm okay because I know what happens, and I hope that I have followed God's word enough and believed it and took him into my heart and found that redemption, that I'm one of the ones that gets to go,
Yeah.
I would hope that all Christians want to go to the kingdom of heaven. I mean, why not? That's the place to be.
Well,
this is temporary.
Well, it takes that moment, and I feel like, I don't know, it feels like armor, I feel like protected, and on the trail, especially now, I was telling people, we just gave it over to God. I'll do the work. I'll do my part. But we just said, God's going to decide on this, and it just took a huge weight off my shoulders.
It does, and that's into anything, right, Alex? I mean, I missed it tonight. Lisa sent me that link. I was like, I'm going to be doing good if I get back into the house before the show. But it doesn't mean that, and if Lisa's still tuned in, or Tom, it doesn't mean that I'm not participating. Every year you've been in your candidacy has been in my prayers. That's just, I do truly do that. I know some people that probably shocks them, but every day I have my prayer list and I go through it.
Well, I appreciate that.
You got to do it.
Yep.
Cheryl Morris says she wishes she could vote for you, Alex. So see, you're winning. You're reaching across state lines now. So
that's right. Well, that's it. That's the problem with being Republican. We can't get those votes across state lines, and Democrats can.
Yeah, they can, can't they? Darn it, we follow the law.
Yeah, we follow the law, exactly. I was going to tell you, Clay, we had a great day on Sunday at the rededication of One Nation Under God. It rained on us. We were wet, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, I wish I could have made that. I knew it. Tom was wondering if I was going. Evidently, he didn't make it either. But I really wanted to come up there. So I got a question. When's the next time you're going to be in Bismarck? Do you know?
We will. Oh gosh, let me think for a second.
Next week, isn't it?
We're in Bismarck, heading to Dickinson. I think next week on the 26th. We can passing through. That's the day after Memorial Day, and I think also, the 27th will be down there for the Senators thing.
Okay, well, I'll stay in touch with you here. I know I got to get up. I got to get up there. I'm going up tomorrow to take a car up there, but that's a quick trip up and back because I got to be back here. There's a barbecue on the 28th.
We will definitely be there for barbecue coming up.
Well, I've got it in my calendar, so I have it on there. So.
All right, from 5 to 7 at the headquarters. We're taking over the NDGP headquarters.
Yeah.
Steaks, hot dogs, and burgers, and come and visit. 5 to 7. We'll be out there.
There you go, everybody. You heard it right there. And I know Matthew's he was planning to be there, so hopefully he can still be there too. Matt's a heck of a good guy. And I'm excited. I'm glad that it's nice. It's nice to be able to vote for somebody that I actually believe in. You don't get that very often.
Well, I appreciate that. Oh, I do want to send a special invitation to the incumbents. Hamburgers are only $100 for the incumbents that missed the convention. So come on by. It's a discount. It's a discounted rate, but you're welcome to come over,
Make sure they get the South American beef.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yep.
All right, Alex. Well, I probably better let you get back on the road.
I'll do that. Clay, I want to tell you thanks so much. I wanted to say, as we always say, our rights come from God. I'm going to follow that right to the very end. I really appreciate you having me on and all the folks out there. And Clay, you'll be in our prayers too. Good luck with those last few calves.
Appreciate it, Alex. And yeah, may God be with you as you travel and keep you safe. He's been doing it. I can see that. And we're going to meet up. We've been having our schedules haven't really, but the 28th, I have it in my phone here. So I'm going to make a special point to get up there. And
we'll look forward to it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Alex. Remember, everybody, June 9th, this is your man. Get out there and
guys.
vote. So
have a great day.
Thanks, Alex.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Alex Balaz, and Alex is just a fantastic guy, as you can see, and I know he's a very Christian man. That's why I support him foremost. That's a very important thing in my life. Because if you're a Christian, you believe then in God-given rights, which protects the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. It goes right down the line. They all are intertwined. And Corey said, so we were getting back to talking about the South Dakota governor's race. He says all of them have been hammering Roden on tax hikes in their ads. So that tells me he's going to be my man because most of it is BS. So yeah, like I said, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. But here's what I'll tell you about Roden. Roden signed the bill that helped rid us of Summit Carbon Solutions and their basically their overreach and trampling of private property rights. He's been good on the Second Amendment. I don't know if he really raised taxes. I haven't paid that much attention, but I can tell you that the establishment guy, Johnson, he's been hammering him. And that tells me right there enough I need to know that Roden's a pretty decent guy. Like I said, I do like Hansen. I truly do. That's truly who I would probably vote for. But Roden really hasn't been that bad of a governor. And anytime the Democrats and the establishment are attacking you, it's a pretty good sign. That might be your guy. So I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, Steve, thanks for that. His Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is the way, the truth, and the life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything, it goes through that. Plain and simple. It's plain and simple that way. But I'll tell you what, everybody, I'm going to leave you with a happy ending tonight that comes out of Tennessee. Before I do that, I want to thank all of our sponsors, Lauer Auto Repair, 309 South Washington Street. Axe and the boys do a fantastic job down there, and they've been with us since day one. We want to thank them. He's one of our founding sponsors, and he has never wavered. He's a patriot. He loves this country. And he does fantastic work. So you're going to want to check them guys out. 701-258-6308. So I'm going to come back and do a happy ending. I want to go ahead and get my sponsors. We were a little bit lax on doing the sponsorship ads tonight. I also want to put this one out here. Brand new sponsor. And this is Crappie Crick Feeds, LLC. Jason and Megan Holm. 605-850-3998. 605-850-3998. They live down there on that Isabel area over by Glad Valley. They got all of your livestock minerals, your liquids, your salts. I'm telling you, these new garlic, they got garlic salt as well, but I'm trying these new pressed barrels he had. I highly recommend them. So flies are out there, and I can tell you firsthand, they went to them. They're eating them. I'm heading down there hopefully Thursday and getting another load from Jason and Megan down there. These cows, these bulls have no flies on them. I'm telling you right now, it's working. I'm going to be using them all summer long. They seem like they're working for fly control very well. And it's pressed. It's not full of molasses and sugars. It's a good pressed barrel. And then it's cardboard. So when it's gone, it's gone. There's really no waste, and it disintegrates. So go and hit them up, guys. Crappie Creek Feeds, LLC, Jason and Megan Holm, 605-850-3998. You can also find them on Facebook, Crappie Creek Feeds, and reach them there. Or give me an email, give me a call, and I can put you in touch with both of them as well. These guys are fantastic, and I highly recommend that you get out there. And if you need any of your livestock supplements, these are the guys to call, because they are patriots. They love guns. They love God. They are us, and we want to do business with people like us. By the way, right there, guys, and a pro. That's what he carries, and so I'm proud to wear his hat. I think he's even got. Look, there it is, Crappie Creek Feeds. So thanks a lot, and he's also he's in the top tier. So we got most of our sponsors in that top tier. We appreciate all their support. All right, we're going to run a quick couple commercials here. I'm going to do one for Alex. I'm going to do one for our sponsors. I'm going to come back to a happy ending, and then I'm going to give you the plans for the upcoming programs this week.
Did you ever wonder how politicians get so rich? Here's something you don't hear from elected officials very often. I will never accept money from foreign governments or lobbyists, and that includes AIPAC or any other foreign interests. I fully support our allies because it's the right thing to do, and I don't need to get paid to do it. If you want to know who a politician works for, follow the money. My money comes from working North Dakotans, and that's who I answer to. I'm Alex Balaz, and I'm running to be your U.S. House representative.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about ready to wrap up here, episode 186. Again, thanks for joining us tonight, and go ahead and hit that little subscribe. I want to thank all you guys have done. We picked up a couple more last week, so thank you. And we got every level out there that you could think of, all the way down to $5 if you want it, and it can be reoccurring every month. Keeps this baby afloat. We can't thank you enough for tuning in and supporting the show, and of course to all of our sponsors, and we can't do it without them as well. All right, everybody, coming up on Friday, I'll be on with Mitchell in the morning, Todd Mitchell, 5:50 a.m. KFYR. That's 7:15 Mountain in the morning and 8:15 Central. And I'm probably going to talk about, we'll see, I'm hoping we have more information about the shooting that took place out in California at the Islamic whatever center. Sounds like a couple of teenagers. It's interesting, the things I've been seeing coming out on this. I guess that was the first I'd ever heard of some of these things called the true crime community, the nihilistic violent extremist groups. This is stuff I'd never heard. They even call themselves NVEs. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on that, and that's one of the stories I'd like to share, and hope I got a little bit more information on that and see what these two kids were thinking, what was going on in their heads, and what's the basis as to why they did it. Definitely not conservatives. I can guarantee you that. That's going to be one story I want to cover Friday. And of course, I run across one, Gun Talk. I like that site. This has to do with artificial intelligence. I like how the guy actually labels it. He says this is a digital intelligence. There's nothing artificial about it because it's all inputted by other people. But he did some things with it, uploaded some articles, and was able to kind of change the algorithm so that it changed the idea of gun control. So it was an interesting article, and I might do that one with him. And of course, Florida's $5 million suit is what the Attorney General just went ahead, and if I remember right, let me take a quick look. Yeah, it's against Jacksonville over their illegal firearm registry. So we're probably going to talk about those things mainly if we don't have a bunch of stuff that changes between now and then. Blackbeard Logic then follows Friday night. I mean, it's a Freedom Friday. You start out in the morning on KFYR and then tune in right here where you're watching me. And you can see Leon Francis, and he's going to be talking about probably everything and anything. Leon does a great job. 5:00 p.m. Mountain, 6:00 Central. Tune in to Blackbeard Logic. Sunday. So we got the Sunday Sportsman's Devotion. Vance was just on. I want to thank Vance for joining us tonight. And he's going to be on there at 7:00 in the morning, Mountain, 8:00 Central. Does a fantastic job, and it's just a great way to start your Sunday mornings. And we are doing a little 2A day later on the 24th down at Wayland Little Eagles place. We're going to go down and see some friends. I think David's planning to come. So you're all invited. If you want some directions, it's just going to be a fun day of shooting steel targets. We do have one set out at 1,760 yards, which is the mile. Bring food and refreshments. We're kind of doing a potluck thing. I think I'm going to throw a grill in, so we'll be able to do some grilling. I know I'm going to throw some brats and stuff in as well. But bring whatever you want. Bring some lawn chairs too if you're coming, and bring some guns and ammo because it's going to be a great time. I know my boys are planning to go with, and I'm sure David's bringing his. And just get a hold of myself. If you got my number, email me at guns@gunsinthe701.com. If you need directions and need any information, but you're sure welcome to come down and do some shooting with us. It's in the middle of nowhere, just like we like it, and we can have a good time. The weather, and I looked at the forecast, no wind and 81 degrees. So Probably going to throw my little canopies into. That's going to be our 2A day with G&T701 network down at Wayland, just to have a lot of fun like we did. We didn't make it last year, but the year before. Then next week, again, Tuesday night, right here, same time, same place. Anyway, we will get now to Clarksville, Tennessee, the happy ending chronicle of the week. So an armed Clarksville homeowner, she shot a man from her own townhouse complex. So this guy lived in the complex with them. After he forced his way into a door that she opened, she thought it was her husband, and it turned out it wasn't. The officers responded after receiving reports of a shooting. They learned that the woman had been awakened by her dogs barking. Now, this is 1:40 a.m. in the morning. If our dogs are barking at that time in the morning, and I'm not calving and up anyway, we're alerted. And I can tell you, if I have to go out and check it out, I hope you're not a stranger trying to break in. I'll just put it that way, okay? And we do have castle doctrine pretty much here, too, in North Dakota. Anyway, she heard someone at the front door. She assumed it was her husband. I wonder what he was doing out that time. Anyway, trying to get inside. She unlocked and opened the door. The unknown man then entered the townhouse. The struggle began. She was armed. She had already armed herself because she didn't know what was going on, and then fired the weapon. He suffered multiple gunshot wounds, was flown to Nashville, and is receiving treatment. Now, I checked up on this. He's right now in critical condition, but not out of the woods. Being this is under investigation, they have not released, how bad it is. If they think he's going to make it, they're still keeping it under wraps, even the name, because it's under an investigation. Here's what's interesting. He actually lived in the same complex as this lady. So I'm guessing he was probably watching her habits, probably knew maybe her husband works late, has a night shift, knew the habits there when he was going to be gone, because it seems like it was very planned to me when you go read the local stuff on this. And that's kind of what the police are saying too. So the parties are cooperating. No charges have been filed. The nice thing in Tennessee is they also have a very good castle doctrine. Tennessee Code Section 39-11-6611 says establishes the right to use force, including deadly force, when a person reasonably believes such force is necessary to prevent death or serious bodily injury. Tennessee's castle doctrine provides a presumption of reasonableness when an intruder unlawfully enters an occupied dweller. This case is what this law was written for. This guy walked into the home, forced himself into the home, shouldn't have been there, and got ventilated. He isn't dead. Nobody, the homeowner was not injured. It was a great example of using your self-defense firearm to protect yourself and your property, and basically take another criminal off the streets. I imagine this guy, I think he's probably going to make it, and he'll probably spend some time in jail. So that is your happy ending of the week. And I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to another great episode. You can catch us on the iHeart apps. Just go and look for us there. We are in every place that you can find podcasts if you want to catch just the audio and download it. And that's where we get a ton of traffic there. And we are on X. We are on Facebook. We're over on Rumble. Thanks to you guys who were listening over on Rumble. We're just about everywhere and anywhere. And Rumble, we get a lot of traffic over there. So thanks to all you guys and it's usually replays, people watching it later. So again, I want to thank everybody over on Rumble as well. All right, everybody. Again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all the support. We're coming up on 4 years here in August, so appreciate all that. Everybody have a great rest of your week. I got to get up early because I got to head to Bismarck and then head back here. And I smoked a nice pork butt that we're going to take to the youth group and serve those kids tomorrow and see if I can't help them with their welding projects. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for everything. Keep your powder dry, and God bless everybody. Go forth, be fruitful, be nice, and please find that forgiveness and love in your heart. Help somebody if they need it, and hopefully God will watch over you. We'll see everybody next week.